Today we're taking a look at these MLB matches: Baltimore Orioles vs New York Yankees, Boston Red Sox vs Detroit Tigers, and New York Mets vs Miami Marlins, which are happening on Wednesday, August 4, 2021, and giving you match breakdowns, betting tips and predictions in general on these games. Welcome back to High Stakes. Let's get straight into it. Also, don't forget to subscribe to get notified as soon as we release these sport prediction videos. And if you would like more betting tips and predictions, then check out our Patreon in the link down below. Our new Patreon is a way for us to help you improve your chances of making more money. 5 plans are available for each and every one of you. You can get 30 extra betting picks all the way up to 270 extra betting picks per month. Stop wasting hours of your time searching for bad betting advice that ends up costing you a lot of money. Join the High Stakes Patreon now and get the best betting picks and advice. Both pitchers have been solid of late leading into this contest. Harvey has gone 3-0 with a 0.00 ERA, a 0.60 whip, 1 walk and 11 strikeouts over 18.1 innings in 3 starts since the All-Star break. On the flip side, Talon is 3-0 with a 0.50 ERA, a 1.111 whip, 7 walks and 12 strikeouts over 18 innings in his 3 starts since the All-Star game. For that matter, Talon is 6-0 with a 2.11 ERA with 13 walks and 35 strikeouts over 42.2 innings in 7 starts since June 24 as he's really turned things around. New York has to beat the teams that they are better than in the standings in order to make a move in the playoff picture, and this is a prime example. Matt Harvey is having a terrible season but is coming off 3 straight terrific starts. In his last start, he went 6.1 innings and gave up 6 hits, 0 walks, 0 earned runs, and struck out 5 in a win against the Detroit Tigers. Harvey has a record of 6-10 with a 6.20 ERA, 1.54 whip, and a 72/27 KBB ratio in 21 starts this season. Opposing batters are hitting .296 against Harvey. He has gone 6 innings or more in just 4 starts. New York had won 3 straight and 5 of 6 before getting waxed in the opening game of this set by the last-place Orioles. The Yankees entered Tuesday 3rd in the AL East, 7 games behind the Rays for the top spot. In the wild card picture, the team stood 3 games behind the A's for the second wild card spot. On Tuesday, New York finished with only 3 hits with no player having more than 1. Gleyber Torres scored the lone Yankees run as he was plated on a foul out by Anthony Rizzo in the 5th inning. Andrew Heaney, 6-8, lost in his Yankees debut after being acquired at the deadline from the Angels. He threw 4 innings, allowing 4 runs on 6 hits with no walks and 4 strikeouts, while giving up 4 solo homers. My betting advice for that game is to pick New York Yankees -1.5. Boston has been struggling as of late, but Wednesday is a perfect opportunity for the Red Sox to turn things around with one of their most experienced pitchers on the mound. Rodriguez hasn't been as elite this year as in 2019, but still has been around the block enough times to know how to navigate a game like Tuesday's and secure the win. The chances of Mize slowing down Boston, who is itching to get back onto the field and better their 2-run performance from Tuesday, also seems unlikely. Boston has hit a low point in an otherwise fantastic year, as it has now lost a season-high 5 straight games after the Bats couldn't do much to open the series in Detroit. Things went well early on Tuesday night as J.D. Martinez opened the scoring with an RBI single before Hunter Renfroe went deep an inning later, but that would be it for the offense as the Red Sox stranded 9 men on base. While somehow finding their way into a playoff berth seems completely out of the realm of possibility, a series win against the Red Sox could at least start the Tigers down the right path. Sitting 12 games behind the White Sox in the AL Central, it would take one of the better 2-month runs in baseball history for Detroit to find their way into a wild card spot. Detroit has won 2 in a row, though, and is 5-5 in their last 10 games, with the wins coming at just the right time. The injuries continue to be a concern though, with Nico Goodrum out with a calf injury and a handful of pitchers testing the team's depth for the front and back ends of the bullpen. Detroit's best chance at winning is using the same game plan as Tuesday night and making it a low-scoring game. If it gets into a shootout, Detroit is going to struggle to have enough in the tank to find the win. The Tigers only rank 15th in runs per game, 16th in both batting average and hits per game, and then 21st in home runs per game. Over the last week, Jeimer Candelario has led the way with a .417 average, but with multiple other starting position players hitting under .200, the offense isn't built to have to outscore their opposition, especially a team like Boston. Miguel Cabrera and Eric Haas each have 2 home runs over the last week and will need to keep up the power to keep Detroit in most games. According to MLB.com, one of the top prospects over the last few years, Casey Mize, will get the start as he looks to secure the series win. Mize has a 6.5 record, but his 3.41 ERA is impressive given his lack of experience and was strong in his only start against Boston on the season. Back in May, he went 6 innings in a no-decision result, allowing only 3 hits and a single run. He also has been strong this month and might be the perfect pitcher to keep Detroit's gamut of low-scoring affairs with Boston going. My betting advice for that game is to pick Boston Red Sox. I think we are starting to learn just how important DeGrom is to this New York team. The Mets have been trending in the wrong direction ever since they lost his consistent dominance in the rotation. Baez is a solid replacement for Linder, but he is still working through the adjustment that comes with changing teams mid-season. Miami is only slightly worse at the plate, so the value is on the Marlins in this game. The Mets aren't playing well at the moment and they've lost 4 of their last 5 games. Their lead in the NL East has been cut to 2.5 games and they will need to get back on track with a win over the Marlins, which will give them their second win in their last 6 games. Miami is in the midst of a disappointing season that appears to be pushing it out of the playoff picture. The Marlins have really struggled since the All-Star break, only winning consecutive games twice during that span. They were swept by the Yankees over the weekend, but they were able to bounce back with a 6-3 win in Monday's series opener. Miami is 10.5 games back of New York in the NL East standings. With neither wild card spot being a realistic opportunity, the Marlins need to go on a big run. Their offense ranks number 21 with a team batting average of .234. First baseman Jesus Aguilar leads the team with 93 hits, including 18 home runs. He has driven in a team-best 75 runs. Shortstop Miguel Rojas has 85 hits. The Marlins shipped away left fielder Adam Duvall at the trade deadline. He had been the best power hitter on the team. They are going to face a New York pitching staff that is 9th in the MLB with a team ERA of 3.66. Right-hander Zach Thompson will start for Miami on Wednesday. He allowed 1 run across 5.2 innings of work in his last outing. Thompson has been fantastic during his rookie campaign, entering this start with a 2.33 ERA. New York is averaging 3.81 runs per game. Their .236 batting average is 19th in the league. Their .315 on-base percentage is 16th, while their .385 slugging percentage is 25th. Pete Alonso has been the best defensive player for New York. He leads the team with a .259 batting average, 24 home runs, and 63 RBI. New York's pitching is one of the best in the league. Opponents have a .231 batting average against the Mets, which is 10th in the league. Their 3.66 ERA is 9th, while their 1.22 WHIP is 9th. In his last start, Carrasco gave up 3 hits and 1 run in 4 innings, but the bullpen blew the lead and the Mets lost to Cincinnati 6-2. They will need a similar effort from him if they want to win this game. My betting advice for that game is to pick Miami Marlins. Good luck to all of you. That's it for this video. Stay tuned and stay safe for the next betting tips and advice.